Okay. You know what? How about if I come down this at this end so that it projects out?
Well, it's on throughout the building, so your people want.
Can everyone hear me?
Your people want a crowd around you.
Everyone hear me? Wonderful. Wonderful. I just am overwhelmed though. Thank you for coming out. I'm not sure where my wife is, but she was, oh, there she is. She traded the baby for a plate of food. But yeah, I was going to make sure, do not let her leave with that baby. She's getting ideas. So I just want to thank you for coming out today. And thank you, Lynn, for putting this event together.
You're having trouble hearing in there. We're going to bring people in here.
Okay.
If you can't hear in there and you want to come in, there's a little bit of space. Or come to the doorway, or stand outside the window if you can't hear. We'll turn up the volume a little. I don't want to block anybody, so yeah, but I'm short, so. You're shorter than me.
All right, well, so Indiana County, red or blue?
Blue. What do we wish? Silly question.
Of course I know what color the county is. Very red. Okay. So this seems like a lot of people for a county that's so red showing up. What's going on here? You know? You rock. All right. So I usually turn, these kind of events in red counties into more of a support group. Who here has lost a friendship or had a friendship harmed by different political views? Yeah, that's everybody. Yeah. It's okay. Who here has had their lawn signs stolen or vandalized? Right? Okay. Who here sometimes feels a little outnumbered? Yeah, I hear that a lot, and I hear that all the time. And that's why you see folks wearing the shirts, every county, every vote. Every county, every vote. We have an opportunity right now to flip this seat. As much as we're all going to miss Pat Toomey. Let's just be honest, we're going to miss Pat. Pat was a uniquely gifted politician of his generation. He managed to figure out to be despised by Republicans and Democrats equally. And that takes political acumen. But this seat has a lot riding on it. It really does. And it could determine control of the United States Senate. I'm going to ask a question, and I mean no disrespect to the subject of the question. Is anyone in this room, sincerely, no disrespect, a Joe Manchin Democrat? Anyone? Yeah. I have yet to encounter one. Been in rooms all across Pennsylvania, from the Northeast to the Northwest, Southwest, Southeast, Center, you name it. Not one hand has ever gone up. But if Joe Manchin is your kind of Democrat, I am absolutely 100% going to let you down if you send me to Washington, D.C. I will let you down. Because I believe that Democrats need to get together and vote like Democrats and get some things done.
Yes. Absolutely.
If you are okay with today's minimum wage of $7.25 an hour, I don't understand that, but I'm not, and I would vote to increase it like we always campaigned on. If you believe, thank you, if you believe women's reproductive freedom is sacred,
Yes.
I am going to vote to codify that into law, given the opportunity, and if I ever sit in judgment on voting on a Supreme Court justice, Roe v. Wade will be one of my litmus tests. Guaranteed as well. Who here is cool with the gerrymandering and the voter suppression laws and stuff going on in other states across the country? Haven't met many, although I'm sure there's a lot of fans of it in this county.
Oh, yeah. They're not here.
That's another thing why we need to get rid of the filibuster. I'm proud to say that our campaign was the first campaign to call for the elimination of the filibuster before even the head party was there. Right?
Yeah, that's good.
For you, some folks say, well, John, the Republicans, if they get in, they're gonna, well, yeah, of course they are. That's the point. They're gonna drop it, and then they're gonna run the table. We need to get some things done for this country, and that's the kind of Democrat that I'm running to be for the United States Senate. Thank you. My basic bargain with each and every one of you are two things. If you trust me with your vote in May and November, you'll always have my vote in Washington, D.C. That's a promise. You will never pick up your smartphone or the newspaper and say, wait, Fetterman caved on the minimum wage? Fetterman caved on voting rights? He no longer agrees that women's reproductive freedom is sacred? The union way of life, we got some union folks up front. Union Wait a minute, he's not for the PRO Act anymore? It's never gonna happen. And two, I've met some of you monthly donors or donors of the campaign? Supporters of the campaign? Yeah. Thank you. I owe you a hug. I hug all of my monthly donors if they want one, of course. Thank you for that. Now, if you have entrusted your precious resources to our campaign first, thank you. But please know that not one single dollar of your money will ever be weaponized against a fellow Democrat. If you wanted your money to go towards hurting a fellow Democrat, you could have written a check to the RNC. They're much better at it than I am. So those are the two core promises that I have for you, is that we trust me with your vote, you'll always have mine in DC, and that if you support our campaign, you're never going to have to cringe and say, ooh, what's he doing attacking a fellow Democrat, or what's he doing saying these other kind of things, Some of you may have seen the commercials, I don't know, but I'm going to go on record and say something that unfortunately another person in this race will not say. Connor Lamb is not a socialist, and neither am I. If I was a supporter, I would be upset if my money was used to weaponize against a fellow Democrat. And that's my promise to you. We've built this campaign. We have over 200,000 donors. 200,000 individual donors. We have folks in this room right now. If our donor family was a city in Pennsylvania, it would be our third largest. Seriously, think about that, third largest. Behind only Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. That's crazy when you get right down to it. What does having a grassroots campaign of that magnitude and size mean? It means we're in 90% of Pennsylvania zip codes. Think about that. 90% of Pennsylvania zip codes have a density of our donors living in them. And that creates a new map. That is it going to be a tough or an easy cycle for Democrats?
No.
It's
going to be
tough. You're right. Very tough. So we're going to need every vote in every county and every community that we can possibly get. And that's another promise that I'm making to you, is that I can't guarantee you an outcome, but I can guarantee you trying like hell and never giving up and showing up at every place to have a conversation with those that want to have that conversation. And that's never going to change, because you are the heart and soul of the Democratic effort here in Pennsylvania. Why do I say that? Because it's hard being a Democrat in a deeply red county, isn't it?
Yes.
Is it a walk in the park?
No.
No, it's not. There are places in Pennsylvania where it's understood that you're a Democrat, or it's easy to be a Democrat. Indiana County ain't one of them. And I go to every county and I hear the same stories. And it's the margins in counties like yours that I believe will ultimately determine the success of our ability to flip this seat and turn it blue. And the work that you've done, the work that you're doing, the work that you're willing to do could determine control of the Senate. And that is the truth. I've never been to a smaller red county and had them say, we feel so appreciated. Don't worry about it. Go on. You should spend more time in Pittsburgh or whatever. No. We're here because we believe in you, and we are lifting up and celebrating the work that you do as committed Democrats. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Our campaign is built to win a tough cycle in a tough race when we are going to need every last vote, because we believe our secret sauce is each and every one of you in counties just like Indiana all across Pennsylvania. And the fact that you come out on a beautiful Sunday afternoon and talk politics means everything to me. You know? People are like, John, thanks for coming to Indiana. Whatever. No, I should be here. Not as just your lieutenant governor, but as a candidate, because every county matters. Every county needs to be reached out to. And you've responded with this crowd. I mean, look around. This is unbelievable. I'm speechless, you know? So from the bottom of my heart, thank you for your support. Thank you for coming out. I'll always be the kind of campaign you can be proud to support, to vote for, because what I'm going to vote for are the values and the things that you all care about, and you're never going to read a headline that says, I've flipped on you, I've turned, I've caved. It's never going to happen. So thank you for coming out today. Thank you for everyone that helped
100%.
organize this.
Thank you.
It is an honor to be in your presence. It's a true honor to be in your presence. And I want to thank you. And just, I can't believe the primary is 3 weeks away.
No.
3 weeks away.
It's terrifying.
You know, like I said, trust us with your vote in May. You'll always have my vote in Washington, D.C. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, John. Before you go find something to eat or something to drink, thank you for coming, John.
No,
Giselle,
thank you all for
we
coming.
love you.
Thank you.
We love you.
Before you all break up here and go your way.